Hello, welcome back. Today we are going to be hanging out in the kitchen most of the day. I am going to be running to Costco. I need to do a full Costco haul because actually I haven't done one since moving into the new house, and I got a new freezer, and so I want to like kind of stock that up. Freezers are so helpful to me because it just helps you from not having to go to the store constantly because you just have a lot of things you can pull from. Also, I am getting back onto the clean keto track and I'm starting tomorrow. So I want to make sure that I'm prepping for that because I really do feel the best when I'm eating clean keto. I did that for most of last year and then I fell off, and then I've kind of been trying to figure it out this year, and I mostly just was like, whatever, it's fine. I'm just gonna survive. And now here I am. But I want to do a fridge clean out because that really needs to happen. I feel like I have 1,000 condiments and jars of things that just takes up so much space in the fridge, and so I have never done, since moving in, like a full deep clean and organize of that. So that's gonna happen. I just have a lot of stuff to get done. We'll do some food prep, some recipes, a lot of things. But before I go, I want to clean the kitchen because I did a little bit last night and then I just got so tired and I hung out with the boys and I'll figure it out today. But I want to get this cleaned up because when I get back from Costco, I want to have like clear counters. I don't know, that's my routine. Before I go to the store, my kitchen counters are clean. That's just the rule. So let's get into it.
When you talk to me, you know the time flies into memories. And you sing to me, baby, you're the song in a melody. I got sunshine, it's okay, it's alright. Don't be so shy, all day, all night. Yeah, I need to know, do you wanna go fast, do you wanna go slow? I could be solo, but everything's brighter when you say hello. I got sunshine, it's okay, it's alright. Don't be so shy, all day, all night. Out all summer when you go and get sad, all I'm saying is I want you bad. Hot sunshine, I got sunshine. Don't be so shy, I got sunshine. It's okay, it's alright. Don't be so shy, all day, all night. I got sunshine.
So as I've been getting settled in the house, I've been in here for almost, maybe not quite 2 months, but like maybe a month and a half or so, but I'm feeling mostly pretty settled. There's still some stuff, and gosh, the garage is its own issue in itself. I'll need to get out there. But one thing that I notice, because I have moved a lot over the years, is that as you unpack things, and I feel like I noticed this especially in the kitchen and in the bathroom too, like I might put something somewhere initially, like I might put the silverware really close to the stove, and then as you live in the house, maybe for like a month or two, you start to realize, I don't know really why I did that. That doesn't work so well. So I think it's definitely good to be very flexible. And something else is sometimes I will even ask others, like, if you were unpacking in here, where would you put the silverware? Where would you put your glasses? And I think I did that with my mom because originally I was going to put the glasses and things in a completely different cabinet. And I think that it would have not worked out as well. It wouldn't have felt as natural or convenient. And I'm sure I would have ended up moving them around. Anyway, that was definitely pretty random, but I just feel like I've been kind of shifting things around a little bit more. And I'm really looking forward to doing my pantry because that is one space that, I mean, I just know it's been a hot mess for a while, and I'm really looking forward to getting that organized. I got some really cool pieces for like a renter-friendly DIY pantry in there, and I think it's going to turn out so good, and it'll make it so much more functional and so much more enjoyable to use. So stay tuned for that. That'll be in like the next several weeks, I think, but I'm excited. I'm gonna grab my stuff. I'm gonna change out my slippers for my shoes because I do not know how many times I have left my house and I'm like driving somewhere and I look down and I'm like, wow, I am wearing my slippers. Sometimes it's not the biggest deal because they don't look so much like slippers. These ones, I don't think I could get away with that, like the mama bear. Pink fluffy, no, I'm not getting away with that one. So remembering to change shoes. But before we go, I want to say a huge thank you to ZEELOOL for teaming up with me in today's video. I am actually like incredibly, almost like legally blind without prescription lenses or contacts. I don't know why. I feel like a lot of glasses give me a headache, and so I'm very, very picky with my glasses. ZEELOOL has so many frames to offer and so many different options, and they're all really affordable. And my favorite part is they actually can be ordered online, but you can really see like all the specifications. You can even do like virtual try-ons. So I recently ordered 3 different pairs and these were all hits for me. They were so good. First, I'm gonna show you prescription eyeglasses that I got. So these I've been wearing at night and in the mornings, but I really love like one, how comfortable they are. They do not give me a headache at all. But I also love that you can really customize the lenses. So you can really just pick and choose whatever you want, whatever your needs are. And then another set that I got are these blue light glasses. I don't know if you can tell. How cute are these? These are so fun. I kind of love these. I almost want to order these, but with prescription lenses, just because I ended up loving the shape. I just think they're so fun. So these ones I wear when I'm working on the computer for long hours, just to kind of protect my eyes and avoid those headaches that always come. All of the ones on their website can be customized, whether you want sunglasses, blue light glasses, or you want prescription lenses, you can customize them. So I also got some sunglasses. Look how pretty these are. They have like that really pretty detailing on the side. And like these ones are polarized, so you can even customize your sunglass lenses. I am going to link them down below. You guys are going to love ZEELOOL. They have so much to offer. That's one thing also about me is I'm awful at making appointments. I feel like I just dread that process. So the fact that I can be at home and order the glasses that actually fit me, that actually work for me, and then just have them delivered right to my door, I just think that's the coolest thing. Anyway, I will have everything linked down below. Definitely check them out. Let's go ahead to Costco.
Tell me something, it might just take the pain away. See, I've been thinking a million things I want to say. Now I'm looking in your eyes, but I'm wandering to your lips. See, I'm trying to keep it cool while I'm hovering for the kiss. 'Cause I've been needing you like old-fashioned orange slice, sweet like daiquiri with strawberry crushed ice. Know you like a margarita with the hot spice. Love the taste of paradise. No, it's never been the right time. Like we're holding back the storyline. And I'm waiting at the end of the night, thinking of you. Took your number from a friend, but I never call. I never call. I never call. I started writing a DM, didn't sleep at all. Not awake that night. And every time I go out, I'm looking around to see you there. Where are you? And my heart skips beating when your perfume's in the air. 'Cause I've been needing you like old-fashioned orange slice, sweet like daiquiri with strawberry crushed ice. Know you like a margarita with the hot spice. Love the taste of paradise.
All right, I'm back with my Costco haul. Sometimes like you have these like unexpected victories almost. And I actually had one of those today while I was at Costco because I ended up running into Kyle and we just kind of had a same repeating conversation. Typically, I feel like after those conversations, I just am kind of beside myself. And I feel like then the rest of my day is shot. Like I'll still be able to get productive and to get things done, but not at the same capacity. I'm just very much like my mood shifts and all that stuff. And I did feel that happen today. But then like on my ride home and I listened to some music and I talked with my sister and actually my brother. And it was just like, I don't know, I was just talking to him on the phone actually. And it was nice. Like he said, yeah, it just seems like your demeanor is so much different. It seems like you're, you know, like bouncing back from things so much better. And I was like, yeah, I really felt that. And so anyway, I just want to share that with you because I don't know how many times I've gone into my therapist, like, when am I going to be to the next step? When am I going to be to where I feel okay? And the thing is, like, I don't think it's just like one day. I think it's just gradual, but like there will be a point where like one day you notice the growth that you've had. I've had that happen like multiple times at different points, but I really felt like that today because I remember, you know, kind of walking out to the parking lot after and just being like, ugh, like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm just really struggling now. And in that time, it was like I'd kind of recovered a bit from it. And so, like I said, if anyone's going through something similar, or even if it's not similar, and you're feeling like, when am I ever gonna get out of this? Like, I'm definitely not out of it. I'm still very much in the thick of it, but also there will be like those small victories and those small moments where you are able to look back and see the growth that you've had. So don't give up, it will happen. But anyway, that's my very chit-chatty hello, I'm back from the store. But let me get into the haul and then we'll get everything put away. And I'm so excited to have our freezer stocked after all of this gets put away, which it very much needs to go now. Like I said, I'm getting back onto keto, so that's why I feel like I have a lot of like high fat, low carb stuff. Plus I have some things for my kids. So that's where the carb stuff comes in. But these are chicken sausages from the Amy Lou brand and they look really good, but I like that they are in like different packets. I will usually take it out of the packet and then I'll just write on the wrapper like how many carbs per sausage link, and then I'll put the rest in the freezer so they stay better longer. I also got butter, unless if you can find butter from your local grocery store on like one of their super sales. Costco always wins. And if you love the Baby Bell cheese, they are on sale right now for this huge container. I actually have some in the fridge, but I love them. I think they're like 1 carb or 0. They're 0 carbs. They're just like a really great on-the-go snack, or just a snack if you're sitting down watching a show or something, and my kids love them, so there we go. Hummus. This is like the most massive container, and it will be finished very quickly, especially when you get the pretzel chips. And these were on sale today, so I got 2. I also got some cucumbers. I love to have cucumbers just as like a snack because it gives you that crunch, especially when you're on something like keto where you don't have a lot of like chips or like that crunch factor. I love vegetables for that reason. Like I do have celery in the fridge, so celery is one of my favorites. Cucumbers, so good. I like to dip them in buffalo sauce, which is also like a 0 carb dip. And then these are one of my favorites, and actually probably my favorite sausage that I've tried with keto. It's less than 1 gram of carb. What I do is when these go on sale, I will get like multiple packs. They weren't on sale today, but I'm starting tomorrow. So I did go ahead and get 1 pack, and then I will do the same. They're in packs of 4. So I'll take 1 pack out and then the rest will go in the freezer. These are my favorite snack. They are kind of pricey, but what I do is, again, they come in 3 sets of 4. They're really long. So I will either cut them into quarters, or a lot of times I'll cut them into thirds, and I'll just put like 1 set in a Ziploc baggie or a container in the fridge, and then I'll snack on that, freeze the rest, and then pull the other ones out of the freezer, and that's how I do that. Then I got some Munster. Munster is so good. Typically I go for pepper jack, but we had some pepper jack for quite a while, and Munster's really good and it melts really well. Yogurt surprisingly has quite a lot of carbs, but my kids love yogurt, so this one was on sale today. I'm not real picky on what yogurts I get. Green beans just to fry up with whatever dinners we're having. Liam has become a hot sauce fanatic like me. Liam has just like, and he douses his food ridiculous amounts. So this was on, it wasn't on sale, but it was on a really good deal. Like normally one of these big bottles is like $7 at the store, and this was 2 for $10. Okay, these ones, I just decided to get the small bell peppers instead of the big bag of a bunch, because on the days that I don't have the kids, this way I can just have like a smaller portion and not have to use up a whole bell pepper. Then I got some guacamole, just little cups, because sometimes I eat plenty of the avocados and we're good, and then other times I feel like I'm just throwing them away because I'm waiting for them to get ripe and then they go ripe without me noticing. So I decided to try the guacamole like that. I wanted to specify I do clean keto, so I try to get like grass-fed meats, a little bit higher quality like cheese and things like that. Not perfect, it's still very realistic, but then also I am not just doing like a bacon burger with cheese and heavy cream and like, you know, all the things. I really try to go more heavy on veggies, with high fat and low carb. I end up just dropping the weight so much quicker and I actually feel so much better. I don't feel constipated, like everything feels better. So for me, that's why I will like load up on veggies and stuff because, and I don't really count the carbs so much in veggies. So that's kind of a little iffy, but it just works for me. So that's what I'll say. Then for the kids, I got seaweed. This would be a great keto snack. I love fish and seafood. I am not a fan of seaweed. I cannot get past it. Then I got these little romaine hearts, but they're little tiny ones. And I thought this would be perfect because like one of these would be perfect for one salad. That way I don't have to prep out a ton of salad at once. I can just like have these in the fridge, chop it up, rinse it, salad, perfect. I also got Boom Chicka Pop, definitely not keto friendly, but my kids like this. I got some Head and Shoulders because it was also on sale right now and it's like a big, huge jug. I don't know if I've shared this or not, but, and I think this is like mostly, probably like 90+% stress induced. I would shower and literally that same day, and I would wash my hair and everything, and literally that same day, my scalp would be so dry. Anyway, and so my sister was like, she said that happened to her once, and she said she went and got Head and Shoulders, and she said that she swears she could feel it like her scalp just like soak it up. So every time I actually like pump this out, I just like imagine her sound effects of it. But I've been using Head and Shoulders now for probably like 2 months, and I have felt such a difference. Maybe not that long, but I have felt such a difference. So I went ahead and got another of this. I don't know if I'll have to use it forever. Let's go over to the frozen section. I got this stir fry set. The only thing I don't like is mushrooms, and this is nice that it comes in a big bag because I can make as much or as little as I want. So if the kids are here, I can make a bunch. If it's just me or I just want to make it for myself and the little leftovers or something, then I can just do a small amount. So I like that aspect. Then I got some frozen green beans, always a good one. Now these are so good. I haven't had them in years because they're too good, but these were on sale. I'm gonna stick them in the freezer. The kids can have them. Yeah, not keto friendly at all, I'm sure, but they're good and they were on sale. All right, I also got some riced cauliflower. I've been giving riced cauliflower a little bit more of a chance again because for a while I swore it off. I was like, no, I'm not a fan of it. And then I tried it again and I was like, okay, it's better. So I'm giving it a go. And this one is 4 bags inside, which is nice. I also got some mango, frozen mango for smoothies for the kids, along with some mixed frozen fruit for smoothies as well. And then most of my kids, except for Noah, like salmon burgers. So I went ahead and got some frozen salmon burgers, and I like them too, which is great because I can just heat them up, and I think they're, yeah, like 2 carbs, so that's perfect. Then I got these. I've never seen this like brand, but they're crust offs, so they're basically Uncrustables. But I liked that it seemed like there's probably less waste because it's a square design instead of the circle. My kids take lunch every single day to school, although I haven't missed yet. We're like a month and a half in. I just know that like the day is coming where I'm gonna wake up late, like, oh my gosh, we don't have time to make lunch, and I can grab one of these, toss it in their lunch boxes with a few other things, and then call it a day. So this is like my safety kids lunch. Then I got some ground beef, organic ground beef. I feel like it's never like a screaming deal at Costco, but it is really good quality. They freeze perfectly. They're individually wrapped. They're like a better deal than the store typically. I got this huge 10-pound chicken breast bag, and these ones are thin sliced. So forever ago, I used to get the brand Purdue. They had a really good like thin chicken breast, and I loved it because you could take it from frozen to cooking in the pan. You don't have to defrost anything. It doesn't take any extra time. It was amazing. And then for whatever reason, at least at the Costco's that I went to, they stopped selling it. They stopped carrying it. And so I kind of stopped getting frozen chicken breast from Costco at that point. And then I tried to get the tenderloins, but those are always more expensive. And so I don't know. So I was excited to see that they have the thin sliced. I don't know if they've had it for a long time, but I saw it today. Then I got some pizza, just cheese pizza, because the other ones were pepperoni, and my kids love pepperoni, but we pretty much always have pepperoni in the fridge, and I feel like the pepperoni is very sporadic, or it'll be like on one half of the pizza and you have to spend your time like trying to pry it off. So I'm like, we're just gonna get cheese pizza. It's cheaper, and then we can add our own pepperoni if they want. And then finally, I got some frozen shrimp. I like this too because I can just take out whatever I want, heat them up. My kids are not fans of shrimp, so this is all me. I'm the only one who's gonna eat them, but it's great because I can just cook them on a random night. They take just a couple of minutes to cook up and it'll be delicious. Okay, funny thing. I feel so dumb, but like when I got here, that was just kind of how the fridge was set up. I think I moved this shelf up a little bit, but I remember thinking like, gosh, there's not a lot of shelves in here. It's so weird. But then as I was cleaning it out, my mind was starting to get in that space, and I was like, I bet you I can move these whole like drawer shelves up. And sure enough, Now I can actually get into this bottom shelf. Felt a little bit like annoyed with the fridge the entire month that I've been here, month and a half, because my mind was just like so other places that I didn't even think about it. So another sign to go clean out your fridge, rethink it a little bit and make it work better for you, because now it's like 10 times better. Okay, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that Costco haul, not specifically like what I bought, but actually just how it was edited, and so you could kind of see the Costco haul, but also you're able to see me like clearing out the fridge. Is that something you guys liked? It was just kind of trying something new, but let me know. Alright, something about me, especially in the kitchen, is I will overuse Lazy Susans, honestly, and I love them. I feel like they are a little bit underrated sometimes, but I love that you can find them so many places now, and I feel like they're not also like a lot of money. They're just pretty affordable, but you can see like that made that bottom shelf that's kind of tucked down underneath there so much more easily accessible, and all the items on there, like they're not going to get lost or trapped in the back. You don't have to dig to find them. I cannot recommend enough. Overuse Lazy Susans. They are so functional. Okay, I was kind of laughing at myself at this point because, I mean, not at the moment, but like as I'm watching this back, I feel like I must have gotten so distracted while I was talking on the phone. You can see my mouth moving, and I just ended up keeping most all of my condiments. Like I barely got rid of anything, maybe one or two things if it was expired or I decided I don't use it. On one hand, I feel like, yeah, I do use all of those. I don't know. Is that like, is there a problem there? I'm not really sure, but I just feel like it's something I struggle with all the time, and I never can get fully away from all the condiments and all the things. But at least now it looks more organized, and I love this setup so much better.
Feels good.
It's a new day. I have some produce, not a whole ton, set aside or set out because I want to just food prep a little bit. I'm gonna prep out some of my handy dandy, what are these called? Veggie trays, homemade DIY veggie trays. And then I also am going to be using my mason jars for like everything else. And then I think I don't have too much time before I have to go to therapy today. I'm feeling really good though today. It's been a good day. And so once I get home, I'm gonna make dinner, and I'm planning to share that with you because it's gonna be kind of like a fall inspired low carb meal that I don't fully have plans for, but we're gonna just whip it up tonight. Let's do this.
I've been jumping over fences, I'm running out of chances. I need to get away. I need a place to clear my mind. I need a West Coast sunset paradise. I need to get away.
The only thing with cucumbers is I struggle with, I feel like if you leave them in the bag, they go bad really quick. You have to eat them quickly. And so, but then also if you cut them up, they dry out really fast. And so I'm always like, I don't even know what to do about cucumbers unless you're eating them like that day, the next day, maybe another day. But cucumbers are like the one thing I just can't figure it out. So I'm gonna try to just keep them small, wash them, and see if I can fit them into this. Or maybe I'll try like cutting these ones lengthwise but putting them in the mason jars, because I don't remember now if I put them in mason jars before. I know they don't do great, like cut up cucumbers don't do great in traditional packaging, whereas like celery does phenomenal. I bought this when my mom was here. It's still good for like almost another year, but it's polenta. I got it from Trader Joe's when I was there. And I'm curious, do you guys, I feel like you can maybe cut it and fry it or something. Obviously I'm not gonna have it on keto, but I'm just curious, like how do you cook this? What do you do with it? I'm like familiar with the name, but I don't even know if I've ever had it. So polenta, let me know, what do you do? Oh, also, This is my homemade ranch. I've shared it here on the channel before, and I've shared it over on Instagram, but I will put the recipe up here on the screen. It's so good, and you can make it whatever consistency you want. So if you want it to be like drippy, which is my favorite, or if you want it to be really thick like a dip, you can do that too. So it's just really customizable, but I love it. And I like load the dill in, the fresh dill, or not fresh, dried dill, because I love dill. So super yummy, super easy, and it takes a minute to make, and you almost always have the ingredients on hand. I got home so late last night. Therapy was so good. So anyway, I am actually getting ready today to go down to my sister's house. We live a little over an hour away, about an hour and 20 minutes away. And so I'm gonna go stay down there for a couple days because I'm going to be doing a full makeover on her 2 kids' rooms. Right now they're sharing a room and then a guest room. She's gonna like put them in their own rooms, and then one of the rooms is going to have a little crib in it with her daughter. So I'm very excited to do that. But I also know that when I'm down there, it's gonna be busy, and also being on keto, I'm going to be needing something like easy access. So that's why I'm doing this meal prep today, is I want to have something very quick and easy. I can bring it down to her house, and then I can just reheat it throughout the week. That is one of my favorite reasons that I love using or doing sheet pan meals, is because they're so easy. Let's go ahead and set the oven. So we're gonna turn this to 425 degrees. You can really kind of customize this to whatever you want. If I was doing like full fall and I wasn't on keto, I would add in like sweet potatoes or acorn squash or butternut squash, something like that. For the protein, I have the sausage that I got at Costco, and then I'm also gonna add in a little bit of turkey bacon. Then I have some bell peppers, broccoli, some Brussels sprouts. I also got some turnips, some zucchini, and green beans, and an onion. So I'm gonna go ahead and just chop all of this up. You just want everything to be in uniform pieces so that everything cooks evenly. And like I said before, I don't really worry about vegetables as long as I'm not doing like potatoes or even maybe carrots, just like those really high starch, higher carb veggies. But these kind, like maybe turnips aren't fully keto, maybe peppers sometimes aren't like the most keto thing, but I find so much more success when I just bulk up the veggies. So that's what we're doing. And then I just add everything into a bowl, mix it up, and then put it on my sheet pan. So I just added in some olive oil, and then I just am using Montreal steaks. It's like my favorite. It's not very fall-ish, but it has like a little spice. It's really good. I feel like you don't have to add as much oil when you're cooking this. If you are using sausage and stuff, like maybe dial down on the oil, because the sausage is going to kind of crisp everything up that way too. But that looks so good. So we're gonna pop this in the oven for about 30 minutes, and then we'll kind of see if I need to go a little bit longer or not. I know that I've shared so many sheet pan dinners in the past, and they're always like a little bit the same and a little bit different. I felt like the Brussels sprouts a little bit felt like fall in here to me. And I also thought if you wanted like to make something a little bit sweeter in this, especially when you have sausage, you could even add a little bit of maple syrup, or like that 0 carb maple syrup if you're doing low carb like I am. That would be really a fun twist and almost make it feel a little bit more like fall. But they're just lifesavers for me on busy nights and busy weeks. They're so helpful. So I hope that you embrace sheet pan dinners like I do. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one. I'll be over at my sister's house doing multiple makeovers in one video. I hope you guys have an incredible day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.